Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I want to go slowly with this particular blog, okay? So bear with me. But what I am hearing is I actually know this person because when the person was telling me the story, they went to the hospital to visit a friend who was severely injured, almost died. And then they were saying, well, he has some stuff on TikTok. And I was telling the person, well, I am not on TikTok. And then they did whatever they did. And they downloaded it and then they sent it to me. And when they were talking, I was like, I think I know this person as part of a chat that I'm in. I think I recognize him. Can't be sure. Cannot be sure. But anyhow, the story is that he was on a bus, public transportation, and he had words with a female. They were arguing. And when he attempted to get off the bus at his stop, she pulled out a knife and stabbed him right under here, under his arm, under his rib, and it barely missed his heart. But the photos I got, let me go down. The photos I got, he allowed the person to take the photos. He allowed his friend to take the photos. And the photos I got, he was cut from like his chest bone up between his breast, like all the way past his navel, all the way. He was cut up. This was a serious injury. So I'm asking, well, who's the female and how come we didn't see anything? Well, maybe it was, okay. But this is me talking to the guy. I'm saying, well, what's her name? And was she in the paper? Was she arrested? They say no. The guy was telling me no, as far as they know, she went to work. She probably had a great time for the new year because this happened December 28th, right after Christmas. So they're saying she's at work and, somebody called the job and that's about her. She's showing up to work and doing everything that's normal, just normal. But in the meanwhile, this guy is in the hospital. The friend is in the hospital, almost died, almost died. And let me see what else I can tell you. He was on ward B7. That's where he went to see this friend. And I asked him, well, how long has he been in the hospital? He said he recently got out. So he was in the hospital for over a week. Please bear with me, okay? I think that's what I heard. And I do not record people. It's not something I do unless they're going online and they want their voices to be heard. And sometimes people say, well, you can record it and then you can listen to it and play it over so you can know what to say. I don't like doing that because it eats up my time. So usually I would jot down some notes, and I did. I lost them. I lost the notes that I jotted down. But anyhow, what I do remember is it was near Cafe Sol in St. Lawrence Gap. Okay, and it was after Christmas, December 27th, 28th. It was after Christmas, and she was wearing dreadlocks, and she's dark skinned, and she works at Tabu Restaurant in the Gap. That's what I heard, that she works at Tabu Restaurant, because I talked to the person more than once, so the memory would be there. And let me see. Oh, let me get rid of this. Somebody's calling me. Ooh, 1 second. Yeah, usually when wait. Okay, I was checking to see that it didn't, sometimes it throws me off and I keep on talking and nothing is there. So I just wanted to check. Okay, so, I think I am giving you the gist of it. Yeah, so the police they know who she is. And I guess they were waiting for him to get out of the hospital to give a statement, which they're saying he did. And it seems like he was rushed to surgery. And they're saying that there's a lot of violence in Barbados that you're not hearing about. A mess. It's a mess. And they were saying, the person told me that when he got his wallet back, he's saying, the guy that got stabbed, he said that he had, like, maybe, let's say $300 in his wallet. When he got it back, he only had like 100 in there. And I'm like, you're lucky you got anything back, because if someone is stealing your money, they just put the hand in there and steal the money and you have nothing left. I said, well, it's maybe it didn't have, we were just talking. I was saying that when he was on the bus and whatever happened to him, maybe the wallet wasn't stolen then because they were taking the wallet and walked away. So if it happened afterwards, maybe it was someone either at the hospital or the cops, something like that. And, you know, we were just going back and forth, you know, with regards to how and when the money was taken and, you know, why they didn't take it all. But anyhow, he lost a lot of blood. So I am a proponent. I am a proponent for, you know, donating blood. Please. He needed a lot of transfusions because he lost a lot of blood. He passed out. This is what they're telling me, but you know how guys talk. This is what I'm hearing, that he lost consciousness even before he got to the hospital and they had to give him blood. Please, if you are in good health, you know, donate some blood. It comes in very handy. And sometimes if you don't want to give blood, you can give platelets, and there are different things you can give. It doesn't always have to be a full vial of blood. You can give platelets, and you can give something else. You have all the fancy names, but you can give other parts that may be needed, okay? So yeah, I guess he's lucky. He feels as though he's lucky. But I think I know the guy, and I'm going to follow up on this. I'm going to follow up on Instagram. I'm good, you know, I just like kind of hesitant, but I think I'm going to follow up with him and ask him, was it you? It looks like you, you know, was it you that, you know, this happened to? But he is saying that the guy in the he's not in the hospital at this moment, but he's saying that the guy was saying that it almost seemed as though she wanted to kill him, and it was only an argument. It's only an argument, okay? So, I don't know what else to say. He cannot even disarm her. I was asking him if the girl that hurt the guy was with a guy. Did she have help? And he's saying that a woman did it all by herself. She did it all by herself. You know, she took him down. But the thing about it is, you know what you call a sucker punch? We call it a sucker punch, that when somebody turns and they're doing something, they get punched from, you know, from behind, by the side of the face or whatever. It was something like that, because they say he was on his way getting off the bus. So when it happened, you know, he was rushed to surgery. It almost went to, it was 1 inch away. You know, they always, do you realize people always say that? Oh, it was 1 inch away from the heart, or it was this amount away from the heart, or it almost touched you. People usually say that. I don't know if it's part of telling the story or what, but that's what they say, that it was like an inch away from his heart. And if I find out more about it, I will tell you more about it. I have photos that I cannot put up because, yeah, like I said, I have photos. They cut him from one part of his chest all the way down past his navel, you know. So it's really bad. It's really bad, you know. Hopefully he will recover. He could recover all he wants, but the scar is going to be there. That scar is going to be there. And if you know who she is that works at Tabu Restaurant, because I was asking the friend, I said, well, why don't you call him and ask him? He says, oh, I'll call you, but I never heard back from him. But anyhow, if you know who the female is who works at Tabu Restaurant in TheGap that was involved in some sort of altercation on the bus, okay, please let me know her name. If you have a photo of her, please, you can send me a photo of her. Okay, so it was a flick knife. It was a flick knife. I think I remember hearing that, a flick knife. Okay, so yeah, he was stabbed and almost killed. Yesterday I talked about, and she is still on the loose, and the police have not arrested her from, I got this blog yesterday. As far as I know, she was not arrested. And then I also blogged yesterday about a guy who lost all 5 fingers from his dominant hand, and the guy was walking around. He wasn't arrested. There's a lot of, maybe the police are, you see, sometimes you talk about them, but maybe they are busier than you think, because people are getting stabbed, beat up, shot at. There's a lot of crime going on in Barbados. There's a lot of crime every day, every hour. There's a lot of crime going on in Barbados, okay? So wishing this guy, you know, the best, speedy recovery. And like I said, I'm gonna reach out to him because I feel that I know him. So I'm gonna reach out to him and see, you know, if he's ever talked to me or whatever, and then I'll take it from there. Maybe I'll get a little bit more, okay? But remember, if you can, donate blood, okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.